So today I'm going to do a video about my nails. I've had so many questions and I've done a lot of different videos about what I do to care for my nails and how I get them to grow, but I haven't included them all in one very thorough video, so that's what I'm about to do. I cut all of my nails off completely and I'm going to take a picture. I have over on my desk, I have a little where I line up and I'll take a picture of the exact same spot, the exact same lighting, the exact same everything for a month, and we'll see how long it takes my nails to grow, because I get a lot of questions about how long it takes my nails to grow out. So I cut them all off for you and I'm going to actually time it and make a video. So hopefully the video will be just a snapshot of my nails growing. But now I'm going to just get into how I get them to go. First thing I do is I take about 2 of these a day. I get these from the Home Shopping Network. The key ingredient is biotin. I will link them in the description bar if you want a more detailed idea of what's inside of them. But it's got 4,000 mcg of, I don't know what. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but I've had it for a very long time and I still have tons in there. And I take about 1 or 2 a day. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I skip a whole week, sometimes I really just try to do 2 of these a day. I don't know if the generic like Walmart brand will work. I can't say for myself. I've heard prenatal vitamins work. I don't know if the ones from GNC will work. I can't answer those questions because all I've ever tried is this, and I'm very partial to Andrew Lessman's vitamins, and that's all I've ever taken, and that's all I'll ever take. So best of luck to you in whatever brand you choose, and if you ask me about other brands, I have no idea because I've never taken anything other than this, and I love it. 2 pieces. If you know, I cut my hair to like here, and that was January 13th, and today is February. It has been just a little over a month, and my hair has grown wicked fast. And it could just be in my genes, it could be this, but it takes about 3 to 4 months for biotin to get into your system if you're not at the high levels already. If you have a very well-balanced diet and your biotin levels are at maximum, this will not benefit you at all if you're already eating right, because your body can only process so much biotin. So this may be a big difference for you and it may not be, but all I know is that when I started taking it, it takes about 3 to 4 months, depending on your levels and how low you are, for it to get into your system and for you to actually see a difference. So if you've been taking it for a week and you're like, this is not working, it's not going to for months. Some people it takes like 6 months for them to even get their levels up high again, because just like any vitamin, any multivitamin, if you're low in zinc, if you're low in chromium, it's going to take months for your body to get up to that level, months of taking the supplement. It's not going to work in a month or a week or a day. So depending on how low you are, depending on how well you absorb nutrients, it may take months for it to get into your body, and it may not take so long. But you'll notice a difference only if your biotin levels are low. If you don't notice a difference, chances are your nutrient levels were high enough and you don't benefit from this at all. But I can say that I eat kind of good and I eat kind of not. But when I started taking these in about 4 months, I was just like, holy freaking cow. 2 of those a day. So, and if you're 12 years old, 10 years old, if you're adult and you're asking me how many you should take, I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer that. I don't feel comfortable giving out. I'm just telling you what I do. I don't feel comfortable suggesting drugs to anyone because you can very much overdose on any kind of multivitamin, and it's dangerous to be taking large amounts of supplements, and I'm not recommending it to anybody. I'm just telling you that's what I do, is I take 2 pills a day. And if you have a question about how many you should take, I have no idea. That's the number 1 thing I do. Then I have this little puppy. I get it from Walmart. Some people don't have their Walmarts. Some Walmarts don't have it. Like, there's 3 Walmarts here in town. One of them has it, and the others don't. So I have to drive all the way across town to get this. It doesn't have very much inside because the bottom comes up to here. But I've had this for a few months now, and I'll only use about this much. And I'll rub it in maybe once a day. It says 3 times a day to start. And all you do is put it on your fingertips. Rub it in until it's absorbed. It takes about 30 seconds for it to be absorbed. It still feels greasy. When it starts feeling dry, that's when you can stop rubbing. But I do this once a day at least. A lot of the times I do it, I'm not wearing polish, like right now. I'm hardly with polish. A lot of people think that I'm a hypocrite for that, but they don't understand that I'm in here taking tons of pictures. I polish my nails 3-4 times a day. I'm sitting at the desk doing failed tutorials that I never upload, and the last thing I want to do is paint my nails again for like the 19th time, and I often just without it because I'm doing so many things that I can't enjoy it as much. And I can't wait for the day that I kind of slow down on tutorials and just enjoy my polish, because it's not very easy to enjoy sometimes when you're like trying to take as many swatches as you can and trying to come up with nail tutorials that all suck, because I'm Monica Fail and everyone's like, do more Conad. I'm not inspired by stamping at all. I can't force myself, I'm sorry. Hopefully one day I'll get back into it though, but that's what I do. It says 3 times a day. It says you can use it over color, over nail color. Other people that I've spoken to say they use it over their polish all the time and it works. I have applied it with nail polish on, but most of the time I'm without it, and that's when I apply it. And it makes my nails so freaking hard. And I guess a few people it didn't work for them. I don't know if it's because they were wearing polish, or I don't know if it's because they didn't rub it in until it was absorbed. I don't know if it's because they didn't apply it 3 times a day for a whole week straight. But 90% of the people, almost everyone I've suggested this to said it works, except for like one person. And they weren't even talking to me, they were talking to somebody else. So I don't really know what that's about. But I swear by this. Like, this is, I cannot believe it. I was skeptical myself. So I stumbled upon it at Walmart one day and I picked it up like, I wonder if this works. And then after a few days I was like, my nails are so hard. Are you for real? Then I was like, I think this is making my nails really hard, you guys, and we all love it. So that's the second thing I do. I also mentioned this a few times. It's been banging around in my purse for a while, so it's very hard to read. It is Sally Hansen Nail Growth Miracle, and it was about $8. It comes with a cap, and then it comes with another piece that has a little, like a dropper, but I don't use it because I can hardly get any out. And it's just clear. It's just clear. And I can't say, the package claims that your nails will grow some percentage longer within like so many weeks, but my nails grow so fast anyway that I can't really say that this did make my nails grow, but it really makes my cuticles so nice. So I've gone back and forth with this. I'm not really sure how I feel, but I started using it again, and I really do think that it makes my cuticles so nice, because I used to have really, really bad hangnails, and they're okay now, aside from the fact that I just like cut off all of my nails, and they're looking kind of rough right now. But I'm doing that for y'all. My nails were so long. I didn't have any of them broken. They were so long, and I was just like, it's driving me crazy, so I just cut them all off so I could do this. So I do really like this. It's $8, and it only lasts about a month if you're using it the 2 times a day. So it is kind of spendy, but I kind of love it. And that's the only thing I've really noticed, that it makes my cuticles soft. Then, the only thing that I use, I broke this. Hello?
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I'll get us burgers for dinner.
Okay.
He's yours.
Hey, Ryder! Hey, baby! Hi! Hey, no, come over here. Come over here, baby. Hey. Hey. You want to perch up there and watch him go? You want to perch up there? Huh? Let me help you. Oh, there they go! There they go. Bye. Bye. They're leaving you. They're leaving you, baby. They're leaving you. They're leaving. Okay, sorry. Oh, I use my OPI nail file that I dropped on the floor yesterday and busted, so now I look at it like I have 2 different files. But I have, that's the only thing I file my nails with. I noticed though that filing my nails, despite having a crystal file, I will get peeling, like really bad peeling. So I avoid filing my nails, and that's why I'm just letting them get so long, because the more I try to shape them, like if your nails grow square, probably let them just grow square. Oh my gosh, I almost thought I wasn't recording this whole time. And if your nails grow round, let them grow round. I wanted square nails. I like short square nails, but the more I tried to make my nails go square, the more I would have the peeling and splits on the sides, and it would make me so sad. So finally I just completely ignored it and I didn't shape my nails anymore. I let them do whatever they want and they grow so much better. So I've come to the acceptance that round nails are my life. You know, that's what they will be, because if I sit there and try to file, it's an ugly, ugly story. Also, I love this. Thank you, Dolores. It's an Avoplex on the go. I have an Avoplex right here that is in liquid form, and it's not as convenient and handy as this little one on the go that squirts out of this little thingy, and it's very moisturizing. I use it occasionally, you know. I will put anything on my nails throughout the day to keep them moisturized. Even Carmex, like after I apply Carmex, I will put the Carmex on my cuticles. I do everything like that. Just put moisturized all day long. And this stuff works really good when my elbows are rough and my hands are rough. I'll apply this, and it's really greasy, but it absorbs within like a half an hour, maybe less, 10 minutes. I don't know, I've never timed it, but it does seem pretty greasy at first. But if you're just sitting there watching TV and you rub this into your hands, it makes them so soft and pretty. Can't really say it does much for the cuticle, but it does keep my hands soft, and I think that's all a part of the same thing. Also, I'm so sorry, baby. Don't be right back. Also, I have this. So this is where the controversy begins. A lot of people say that buffing your nails is a bad, bad thing. But you have to keep in mind that all of us have different nails, different thickness, different ridges, different oils secreting. That's why a lot of these products will work for a lot of you, and a lot of these products will work for none of you, and you really just have to find what works for you. This combination of things, it seems really high maintenance, but it's kind of mindless to just rub things into your hands and keep your day pushing along. And I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially when I just let them grow and just put things on them every once in a while. But it might not work for you, and I hope that it does, and I hope that if it doesn't, that you do find out what works for you. I'm just saying what works for me, and that's really all the advice I have to give. And if you're asking me where else you get this, I have no idea. You can Google all of these things. I got this at Walgreens. I've seen it at Rite Aid. I've seen it at Walmart. I've seen this only at Walmart, and that's where I get it, but I've heard people buy it online. I don't know the link. I've never bought it online. This was a gift from my sister, and also my friend Michelle also got me one of these. And this was a gift from Dolores, so I can't really say where I got it, but Google is a wonderful tool for trying to find out where to get all these things. And I did get some OPI crystal files on Amazon when I bought them as gifts for some of y'all. This you can find anywhere. So, here's my theory. If you have really thin nails that bend really easily and they're just so thin, I don't think buffing would be a good idea, because you really are buffing off a layer of your nails. But I wish I remembered the girl's name who told me that when she buffs her nails, it gets rid of the peeling and it prevents peeling and all of this, because I was skeptical because I heard buffing is so bad, but I said, I'm going to throw that caution to the wind. People will tell you with all their heart, but maybe that's for them. So it's always worth a try on your own, and never take what someone says. Like, if I say this works, give it a try. If it doesn't, then, you know, don't take people's advice that are telling you on the internet that this is the way to go. You really have to experiment on your own, because we are all different. So if someone says, don't ever buff your nails, and nothing else is working, buff your nails, you know, and see if that just doesn't do it. Because I finally just disregarded all of the bad things I heard about buffing, and I did it myself, and that's what I think helps prevent my peeling. So I lost this thing, and this is why I included it in the video. I haven't really talked much about it before because I wasn't sure, but I just recently found this, like, when I cut my nails, day before yesterday? I don't really remember. But I wasn't using this because I lost it, and I started to get the little splits on the side of my nail. I have a picture of that on the PlasmaSpeedo page on Facebook. I'll put that link in the description box below also. I'm sorry, baby. But I think it's because I haven't been using this. And here's my theory. I thought about this. I was taking a bath yesterday, and I was thinking, I'm gonna try to find my buffer. I'm gonna start buffing again because when I regularly buffed, I never really had the splits on the side of my finger. And here's why I think, for me, buffing works. My nails have really big ridges. Like, my nails are thick and they have ridges, right? And when I let those ridges grow to the face of my finger, they would split because the ridges are so high and uneven. Like, the ridges are growing on your fingernail and then they would just split and peel. And it would cause all kinds of peeling because the ridges grew out to the edge. So for a while there, when I was buffing, you use side number 1 is the rough side, and then side number 2 is the smooth side, side number 3 is this side, you know, and then you shine, you know. You do this thing like once. For me, I do it more often than most people because my nails grow really super fast, so you might not need to do it. But when I see the ridges start growing out on my nails, I will buff them off. And in doing that, the ridges aren't like this when they get to the face of my nail. It's just a smooth surface that's completely buffed, and there's nothing to peel up. Whereas when I had a ton of ridges, it was so easy to get lifting and a split in my nail. Does that make sense? So I normally would only buff the ridges out from like my, what is this thing called again? I keep forgetting what it's called and y'all keep telling me. The lunera, the loom, whatever. Your little, some people don't have them. This little moon right here on. That's where I buff. And then the ridges grow out. Because if I keep buffing the whole nail, right? And then the ridges grow out and then I buff again, that means I'm buffing this part of my nail quite a lot. So I try to only go like 3/4 of the way, sometimes only half of the way down, so that I'm not like buffing layers and layers, because your nail will essentially be thinner if you buff them. But to me, it's not a bad thing, and maybe my nails are just so thick with ridges that buffing is a good thing. So give that a try. If you don't like the sounds of that, then don't give it a try. That's just what I do, and I find that I have less splitting and peeling when I use my buffer, and it dawned on me to mention that. And if you ever do have a peel, don't sit there and peel it. Get a rough side of this and try to file it. Sometimes it's all the way through and you're like, darn it, but sometimes you can buff that peel right out and then put some clear polish on and make it nice and hard for you. But that's it. That's what I do to care for my nails. You want to come talk to me? Come on and talk to me. Do you want to say hi to the lovely people? You're just so stinking cute. Oh, that's what else I wanted to tell you guys. I'm thinking about doing a meetup in Seattle. Huh. And I would want to go to somewhere like Dave & Buster's where we can all play, but I realize a lot of you are not over 21, so we'd probably have like a lunch somewhere, but I don't really know where at in Seattle would be a good place for us all to go hang out, because I don't want to meet at a coffee shop and then we're all going to stand around awkwardly and stare at each other, because it could get awkward. Instead, we could like have dinner somewhere at a big table, like somewhere fun to eat. The only place we have around here is like Red Robin, and that's not really all that fun. We could play on the slides at McDonald's, I don't really care, but I think it would be fun to have a meetup in Seattle, because after I leave to boot camp, I'm not going to be on this side in the Pacific Northwest for quite some time. So I'd like to have a meetup in Seattle if anybody wants to go. If you live in Seattle and you want to come see me or suggest a place we can all go sit down and eat and then just awkwardly eat and stare at each other, like that would be cool too. Yeah, even though like maybe only 2 people will show up. That's the story of my life, and that's probably why I've never had a birthday party, is because I've always been nervous about no one ever showing up. Huh, because my self-esteem's not great. Huh, Ryder? But even if nobody shows up, I have friends in Seattle and I can just go visit them instead. So I think it would be good to go to Seattle and have a meetup. Tell me what you guys think about that, okay? I really hope I covered it all. And in this video is this mascara right here. Sexy Curves. It looks like this. It's weird. Not sure how I feel about it. It's kind of interesting. What I do like about it though is that it doesn't flake like my previous favorite used to. I loved this, but it flaked a lot and it would go clumpy in like a month. And I know you're supposed to throw out your polish I know you're supposed to throw out your mascara every month anyway, but it just seems like this went bad really fast all the time. So now I'm trying this one.